Welcome to the third episode of the Safety Third podcast. We have our first guest sitting here right next to me. This is Ian.
I'm now going by Ethereum. I'm creating my own crypto.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You trying to scam coin?
No, not scam coin. It's the real deal. It's an offshoot of Ethereum.
Okay.
Ethereum.
You've actually done this?
Yeah, Ethereum Carter is the full name of it.
Can I buy some?
Yeah.
Is it that famous?
How much money can I lose? What?
Do you have a clout coin?
It's not.
Is that what this is?
Nothing about clout. It's all official on the blockchain.
It's about money. Or
okay.
Wait, no, what's it about?
It's about making everyone rich.
It's about making friends. We also have Tom Stanton. Hi, Tom.
Hello.
Tom didn't buy the audio equipment, so he's just using whatever mic he was able to find.
Yeah, I apologize if it's bad, but
yeah,
it's a signal across the pond.
It doesn't sound bad. It sounds fine.
Yeah, okay,
sounds good to me.
Good, because I paid way less than you guys, so I'm happy.
Yeah. Peter, how's your tiny house?
It's coming along well.
Wait, so did your parents kick you out of the house, or why are you building a tiny house?
No, I just want to build it because it's fun.
Wow, that's the most Peter thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
What? I gotta have content. I wanted a new challenge, and the house is a little bit of a challenge. It is a lot more work than you'd think, planning these stupid things out as far as like I don't know, the logistics of making everything fit. But it's coming along okay.
Okay, Ian, how small do you think a tiny house is? Or what do you think the size of a tiny house is?
Oh, wow. A tiny house. It would have to be 500 square feet or less.
Like, what is it, Peter?
It's like 220 square feet, maybe. So it's,
wow.
it's in there. It's pretty big. Like,
that's like the size of my room.
That's really tiny.
It's actually really impressive, though, because it's kind of like a tiny big house. I've noticed in the comments, people keep calling it like the tiny big house, where people are like, oh, even in the USA, the tiny houses are huge.
Yeah, I saw the picture on your Instagram of like just the metal like framework for it. Mm-hmm. It looks really big for what I thought it was going to be more like a trailer, but it looks, is it 2 stories? Because it looks tall too.
2 stories. It's as tall as a semi truck.
Wow. So and you're going to tow that behind your car?
Legal limit, yeah.
How do you tow it?
People say you got to get like a trucker GPS because, you know, they have, I think the legal limit is 13 feet and 5 inches. So yeah, that's to get on the majority of overpasses.
How fast can you go? I mean, I feel like your car at that point is going to be struggling.
Oh, my car is not going to make it. I can move it.
Oh,
like,
you have
locally.
to pay?
Yeah, I'm going to pay a towing company. There's an insurance reason why is like tiny houses are kind of hard to insure. And if you get a moving company to move these things for you, what will happen is their insurance will cover whatever they're towing. So if they, I don't know, drive it off the freaking highway or explode it in a million pieces, you know, their insurance will cover the cost of the house.
I'm just imagining Peter driving down the highway and like clipping an overpass and his home is just like scattered all over the freeway.
The top just like a can.
It's like that
can of sardines peels right off.
It's that famous bridge in the U.S., like 11'8" or whatever, which is this really tiny bridge that like most Penske trucks and U-Hauls will not fit under, and people just can't open their vehicles on that thing all the time. It's great.
Could you just get a semi-truck trailer and use that?
I think you could do that, but the problem for doing that, though, is a lot of your height is lost because you have that 13.5 foot maximum build height. And
then it starts really like tall, 3 or 4 feet off the ground.
Yeah, whereas this house right now is only about like 1.5 feet off the ground with this custom purpose-built trailer.
You know, I lived in a motorhome for like 8 months. It was not a good experience.
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious as to like... yeah.
And you're living with another person. I don't have to deal with that crap.
Yeah, you're gonna live with a dog though.
Yeah, the dog's great.
A little demon dog.
The dog is the best.
Like it's your child. You treat Toby like your child.
I mean, he's
my child. Sleeping and gaming.
Yep, sleeping and gaming.
And he feeds Toby Lunchables.
Yes.
Yeah, Peter. Will has told me
I got fed Lunchables and I turned out fine.
Did you really?
Yeah, I don't think that's true. Will's told me that your dog is like very low IQ.
No, that's not true. He's big brain.
Yeah.
Very smooth big brain.
Speaking of, yeah, were we supposed to do this dog IQ test on Toby? We never.
Yeah, we'll do it. We're gonna do a dog IQ test.
Better
next time.
I want to see how smart Toby is. He's very, very. He's a bright,
I think you gotta phrase it the other direction.
No.
Yeah.
We gotta see how dumb Toby is.
He's actually very stupid. Like I did the blanket thing on him and I tossed it on him in the bed. And then I went to eat food and I just left him there. No. And by the time it came back, the blanket was all tied up into a knot and he was still trapped under the blanket. He just gave up.
Tom, do you have a dog?
He just hangs his head.
Yeah, I have a cat.
How is your cat smart?
No.
Kind of medium or dumb?
It catches a lot of animals, so I guess that's smart for an animal. I don't know.
Okay, because I feel like Jimmy Neutron is like, I don't want to say he's smart, but he is not dumb. He's just like average, I think.
I think he's a lot younger than my cat because when I met him, he's a bit all over the place compared to my cat.
Is your cat a senior citizen?
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
What's its name?
Minnie, after Minnie Mouse.
Wait, do you have the cat in your videos or no?
Sometimes, yeah.
You named a cat after a mouse.
Look, I get it if you don't watch my videos. It's cool. It's cool.
No, I do.
Yeah.
I just don't remember, like, you don't make a big point out of the cat, so I feel like...
No, she's quite old now, so she sleeps a lot.
You know.
I feel like you're the little
Boston Terrier.
Yeah, it's a crackhead.
Yeah, he's. It's one of those things where it's just like, I don't know, like instinct takes over his brain when he should maybe be smart.
Right. Like, I haven't seen that dog do anything dumb.
I mean, define dumb, right? Like,
what would happen if
when I bring out a toy, like he'll fucking miss the toy and fucking nom my hand, and that's pretty dumb.
That's blind.
Yeah, no, it's like,
or just
I don't know, dumb. Sort of, he would chase a ball off a cliff. That's pretty dumb. I think most dogs who are have hyper prey drive, will chase something off a cliff.
They'll focus on the wrong thing and just lose.
Absolutely. I've seen it so many times. Dogs will kill themselves.
What do you think about the blanket test? If you threw so the blanket test is you take a blanket and you throw it over your dog and you count how long it takes for the dog to get out. And I think if it's like longer than 15 seconds, then your dog is like not super smart.
But I feel like there's definitely a point, like age plays a huge factor in that.
Oh, yeah. Not a puppy. That'd be cheating.
Right.
Puppies are stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. I think most if you also how heavy and fat your dog is.
Right.
Like, and also if you throw it over the dog, it might just want to go to sleep. It might not want to get out.
It thinks it's nighttime.
Well, that's that's not good.
Does this work on humans too? Or
yeah, I probably
maybe small ones.
Which dog is smarter?
Oh, the small one. I honestly think when it comes to dogs, you are actually going to get more intelligence. Kind of the smaller it gets. Yeah. Or what we will interpret as intelligence.
I believe that's true.
Some of the smartest dogs are,
like
my mom got one of those little
dog,
rat dogs.
Well,
and it's really smart.
What does that mean? What's
I'd say it's like right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Like big dogs, Great Danes.
Mm-hmm. They're kind of dumb.
No one's ever said a Great Dane is smart, or like a Greyhound. But then no one said a Chihuahua is smart either. So it's like the Australian cattle dogs, the like herding dogs,
collies, stuff like that. Yeah, totally. I think that's peak intelligence.
I think,
but like we also interpret them as super athletic and capable.
Guess what dog we played with yesterday?
What?
The Boston Dynamic Spot.
Oh,
Mini.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, we went down to Michael's house and played with the Spot Mini.
Oh, how was that? Was it fun?
It was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so much like, it's so well made. Like it just, it's kind of crazy. It's just like a really cool remote control car, sort of.
Yeah.
Why didn't you steal it?
It feels like it's a ready to go product, like a DJI kind of thing.
He tried walking up the stairs and it like almost kicked the glass because they have like glass panels on the stairs, and like I'm surprised it didn't like shatter. That would have been epic.
So can you just control it with the remote control?
Yeah, it's like a weird looking like Xbox kind of controller, like with a big tablet in the middle of it.
Right. So I guess it'd be more apt to like a Switch with the
like a Switch. It kind of looks like a Switch controller.
And it'll just, and if you like have it walk down the hallway and then there's stairs, it'll just automatically transition to walking upstairs.
Yeah. I think, I think you might have to put it into stair mode as like a kind of to help solidify that you actually want to go up the stairs, but like it'll avoid bumping into walls and stuff like that. Like you can just say go forwards, and it will not hit people. Like you try to run into people, it won't hit them.
Yeah, we were actively trying to run over each other.
You step on your foot, right? You got it to step on your foot.
Yeah, but
didn't hurt that bad.
No,
it's like 70 pounds, and if the other legs are down, like what, maybe 20 pounds? Like it's not that bad.
So that's like right in the intelligence spectrum. That's like right in the middle.
Oh, dude, it was. Yeah, I would say that it's pretty smart for a dog.
Yeah,
you can also kick it a lot more than you can a dog.
Yeah, I like grabbed the top of the robot and just started shoving it down into the ground to see what would happen. And like it's like really springy, and at like halfway down, then it just like gives up and the motor's like cut out and just like collapses to the ground.
Poor dog.
What did you say? Oh, you don't want to say that? No. Never mind.
But it does kind of have that that point where it will collapse like a normal dog if you were to do that.
Right.
It does simulate some dog physics.
Like pinning a dog. Like if you have a bad dog, I know like some like dogs in the past, like if they're being aggressive and you have to like, make them know who's boss, you just sort of pin them to the ground until they calm down.
Or the dog bites your arm and then you scream in pain yourself. And the dog shows you who's boss.
I do that with my dog.
You're a bad owner.
And I think she's just too smart because she knows
you bite
that.
Your dog, Kevin?
Huh?
You bite your dog?
Oh yeah, I flatten her. I put her on the ground, flatten her out, and I say, "You've been a very bad girl, Primrose." And then at the dog park, and then she'll know that she's in trouble, and then she'll just lay there like, "Okay, I'm sorry," and then she'll just get up and do the exact same thing again. She knows that like this is what happens. It's like she knows she's going to get in trouble, but it's worth it.
Yeah. Do you guys have any good emails? I want to do the email thing again.
Can you read stupid comments? How about that? Are you
dude, do you have a comment? Do you have a comment you want to read?
I probably lost most of these by now.
I have a bunch saved. I'll have to go through stuff.
Let me try.
Your comments suck.
Should I find the racist ones? Are those better? Is it okay to do that? Because it's racist against myself.
Yeah, do that. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I think I screenshot a few about people hating on Peter on my channel, so I can.
Oh yes.
I think same here.
Did we? I think we had a Discord like text channel at one point where we were screenshotting mean comments. Here, let me find that. I think there's a bunch of good ones in there.
Oh, right there.
Did I miss it? Mean comments.
Is there still anything in those channels?
Okay, dude. So here's a really old one. I think it must have been like with me and Michael Reeves. Yeah. So I don't know which video this was. 2-year-olds. This is why there is no hope. An entire generation of idiots. If the country gets invaded, these two morons are the first to die after they throw spam and video controllers at them. Man, grow up. It's long overdue. At least change your channel name to
Two dead pussies.
What does that even mean?
I don't get it.
William, you are so adorable, and Morgan is very sexy. I wish... I'm not reading this.
Yes.
Oh my God, this is really bad. Holy crap. Ew. This is very, very sexually aggressive comment.
I don't feel like people would expect you guys to have comments that go this like off script.
Oh,
like,
dude, that one was rough.
Yeah.
Gotta find one that's like readable. Is that Michael or Peter? I can't even read these. I'm not gonna read these.
Tom, I don't feel like you would get too many like terrible comments.
I don't get bad comments, but I get a lot of suggestion comments saying like I should have done this, should have done that. I'm sure you all do.
Oh, you know what? That might actually be worse. I think that is the worst type of comment to have, like people armchair engineering your stuff. Did you get any of that with your Popper video?
I agree with that too. That's a pretty good point.
Yeah, some minor things. There's just kind of stupid suggestions.
Right, like you should have done this or you should have done that. Like after having seen the prototype of like someone else doing it, then they know how to improve it. Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's how it works. It's like you try it once and then you fix it.
On my latest video, the most common thing is that everyone is always like, oh, I thought of this 2 years ago. Oh, I thought of this 8 years ago. And I'm like,
I didn't
the
do
flywheel,
it.
The bike flywheel thing.
Dude, somebody thought of this 200 years ago. When was the bicycle invented? I guarantee this, like, flywheels are not new at all.
No. No.
In fact, they're very old because that was the only way to like realistically store a lot of energy.
And also, I mentioned that people had done it like 8 to 10 years ago. People had made exactly what I made.
Right.
But they just didn't document it, so...
Doesn't exist on the internet.
Do you want to find mean comments? Pull some up on your phone really quick. Just find something funny.
Oh yeah, I'll find some.
I feel like you're gonna get. You're probably.
That'll probably be pretty
You're
hard.
easy. Yeah, you have a lot of really bad ones. We got to find something that's like right in the sweet spot of like bad but funny.
Mine are particularly mean. It's just one of those things where it's like.
Yours are just nasty.
Well, no, I wouldn't even say nasty. It's just like this sort of stuff where it's like, I don't like this anymore.
Here's a good one. I found one.
Yeah, okay.
Fine.
I finally
Why
found
did you
one.
comment?
Ugly beard, Peter. William won't like it that way.
Wait, what? Why would I not like it?
There's a lot to unpack there.
What kind of relationship do they think we have?
I don't know. There's some pretty gay stuff in here.
Dude, I'm getting more like people saying that. Wait, I'm getting more like
Oh, I found one.
Okay.
So my latest video, like I put on a Best Buy t-shirt.
Okay.
And I like soaked the neck and the armpits in water.
Wait, you were sweating?
Yeah.
Where did you get a Best Buy t-shirt anyways?
Just a fucking Goodwill or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. But they said I was ranting about cringy t-shirt designs. And he says, honestly, I'd rather see someone with a cringy phrase on their shirt than a big, nasty sweat stain. It's like, yeah, all right.
It's like I put the sweat stain there. It's also really kind of like a very weird comment.
Yeah.
Here's dude, people, what the hell? Why in 2019? This is where like all these screenshots are from.
Oh, this is great.
Where people calling me fat.
I found a good one. This one comes from a username Laura White. Dude, no offense, but you are way too ugly to feature your own face on your channel. Do you like Banksy or AVE or Geno versus Evil? And spare us your prognatic shovel-nosed snout with off-camera commentary. Por favor.
Oh my god.
That is the definition of a mean comment.
Who is that? Who like gets on their computer and like watches a video and then feels the need to type that out?
That person's probably ugly themselves, so I don't worry about it.
They're taking it out on you. Mm-hmm. Dude, people call me fat. What is this?
All right, Tom, let's have it.
Your content is so much better than William Osman. William Osman is a garbage human being who makes garbage content. Wouldn't mind seeing his wife on Black Tasty.
Oh my god.
Wow.
They commented on your video?
Yep. And it's not even one that you're in.
Wow. I'm not even in it?
You're not even in that video.
I feel like I don't get comments like this anymore. Or maybe YouTube's better at filtering.
YouTube's better because there's published, held for review, and there used to be like more than that, and now they automatically delete comments. So I think a lot of the good ones are gone.
I got one.
Okay.
Hey, iDubbbz. Maybe it's time to fucking wake up and make some real content like another content cop. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean.
What do you mean?
He said it.
Oh my god. This is great. I love that. I feel like it's more interesting to kind of like find people who are so like kind of out of their minds, or like what position do you have to be in your life? Like where do you have to be mentally to go and watch a video where you kind of feel like you know the person well enough to write a comment like this, and then to write a comment like, would you go up to any of your friends and like absolutely tear them apart like this for like no reason whatsoever, like just to be mean? Like this is like a monstrous thing to do. Like these are not nice people.
Yeah,
like,
it's never like sometimes an aside kind of thing.
I'll get comments like that. And I'll respond to sometimes. I'll be like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, sorry, I was just kidding. I didn't think you'd ever actually respond to this.
I didn't think you'd ever read this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's anything, like a lot of YouTube personalities, they won't respond to nice comments, but they'll respond to very mean comments, typically. Maybe it's just a way to try to get a rise out of someone.
Like people be really mean about like Chelsea, and like, dude, she's like just on the sidelines of this stuff. Like it's not as much as it used to be. Like sometimes people are just jerks, and it's like, why? Like what entitles you to like come and say mean things about like my family and friends? Like, like she has nothing to do with this. Like she's just there.
I also just have a hard time like sussing out like legitimate criticism from like just worthless mean shit. Yeah. I'm like, Oh yeah, I'm like, okay, good point. On to the next one, I'm like, oh, it hurts my feelings, but good point. Okay, this one, he called me something I don't think he needed to. But good point.
And you can't reply to them even if you want to. Replying to it always makes it worse, and you just get more.
Yeah.
Here, we can talk about... I have a good thing to talk about.
Yeah, I can't find any bad comments.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to can these and keep them for next time. Now that we know we're doing this as a segment now.
How do you guys feel about school?
Awful.
How do you feel about school?
We're not due again.
Do you feel like you learned anything important in school?
I mean,
in high school, absolutely not.
Like the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. That's important.
What about like just things other than like exploring like outside ideas? Like I feel there's not a whole lot of support for people who are interested in like maker stuff and science and engineering. Did you have any programs in school? What about you, Ian?
No.
It's just like math and...
Well, I mean, like there's some of the elective stuff, like real basic things like wood shop.
Oh, you did do wood shop?
Else. Yeah.
How do you feel about wood shop?
Oh, I didn't personally do wood shop.
Okay.
What did I do? I did like drafting.
Okay.
It's called. Yeah. And then Photoshop. Photoshop was huge. That was like the most beneficial class I took. It was just like a Photoshop design class.
Right.
In high school.
Like one semester.
It just like set me up for life. Yeah. Still using that skill today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy that like by teaching something that's not specifically like math or history, like an actual tangible thing, like a single class, like a single semester, high school semesters, right?
Yeah, a high school
single semester of like a high school elective class could actually change your life. But like so few schools put like effort into doing it.
They're like, Photoshop isn't a subject.
Yes. Like we don't get tested on that. Like we don't get state money because of like Photoshop skills. And the fact that like you feel like it actually had like a huge impact. Like how many other classes would you actually say like school had a huge impact on me?
Fucking zip. Yeah. I mean, you could sort of say like the entirety of math has helped me.
But don't you think
it's pick out
crazy that a single class could have a more like what feels like impactful thing where it's like, imagine, I'm not saying no math, but imagine if they replaced, like 1 year of your math, like you just took a little bit less math or a little bit less English or one of these that you're less interested in, and they replaced it with electives, that you potentially could have had like 2 additional skills in life where you were like, wow, I'm so glad. Like even maybe like a cooking class or something.
Yeah. I even remember I had a film class, but it was like, it was so poorly constructed. It was like already difficult for them to like accept a film class in high school, period.
Right.
That they were like, all right, that's about all you're getting.
And they have like very minimal equipment, probably.
No equipment.
No equipment?
You bought your own equipment.
No
That's a requirement. Wow. You bought your own editing software. You do all that on your own. So it was all...
But that stuff's way too expensive back then.
Windows Movie Maker.
But what camera? You couldn't
get out of here.
No, you would use a fucking little camcorder
with like the DV tapes. And
like
plug it
$200 or whatever. The DV tapes.
They made you buy a $200 camera at a public school?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Even my school was like, that's
there might have been like one camera that
like
the low income kids had like,
and they,
had to
it
share.
was all smashed up and
just garbage. Like you couldn't.
Actually, now that I think about it,
we had a 3D modeling, like a CAD software, and what we were using like Autodesk or something. And the teacher didn't know, like, I don't think she knew how to use it, or at least she didn't like know how to teach it, because I learned nothing. We got a 3D printer too, and
they didn't know how to use it. Oh, you went to a weird school.
We weren't allowed to use it, and like she didn't know how it works. I think I saw it printing something once, and she said,
you should describe your kind of different school, because you got kicked out, right? You got kicked out of normal school?
Or I got in trouble.
And so you went to like a weird like military
That was
school?
in normal school, though. That was in that was in the public school.
Oh, really?
It was a 3D printer. Yeah.
Really?
And
Wait, how'd you get kicked out of normal school?
I got in trouble for... I had a pocket knife in my backpack.
Oh, that's nothing.
And I was skipping... I left campus for lunch, and then I came back. I got picked up...
things. Hood rat.
I was like getting a bunch of Takis at 7-Eleven. And then it was like a pocket knife on my keychain. And then I got taken back by like the deputy. I don't know if most schools have this, but in Florida, we have like 2 police officers that are basically like permanently stationed at the school, and they like patrol the school. And they saw me trying to sneak back on campus, they searched my backpack, and then they have like my pocket knife on my keychain. And
oh no,
I didn't get kicked out, but it was for the last 2 weeks. How long was the knife? Oh, like 2 inches. Uh-huh. Yeah, it was tiny.
Dude, that's so sad.
And then my parents sent me to military school after that. So
really? How was that?
Hoorah. You know what? I liked it a lot better because I liked I liked the uniform because, you know, having to wear like clothes and that kind of stuff, it's actually kind of stressful. But at the military school, everyone is dressed the same and you don't have to worry about that.
That's actually, it's kind of funny because
it's weird, but it's like, it's a big kind of weird social dynamic thing.
Tom, where have you been?
Yeah, I mean, like our like DIY kind of stuff was a bit rubbish.
Like they just don't teach you anything either, really? Do you have like a wood shop or anything like that?
Yeah, we did sort of wood projects, you know, working with bending acrylic and that kind of stuff. I did electronics for some course, and
so you had cool. Way more stuff than we did already.
Yeah,
it was alright. Yeah, it was alright. And my teacher did like a mock exam, like a practice thing, and everyone got like, I don't know how your scoring thing works, but we got like E's and F's, which is pretty bad. And then in the final exam,
in electronics,
we're A, B, C, D, F. I don't know why they got rid of E.
Yeah, and then in the final exam, my teacher thought we were all going to fail, and then I got an A star, which is like, I don't know if you have that. It's like
A plus.
Yeah, basically the same. Yeah. So that was interesting, but
was that a public school?
Yeah.
Dude, what is it? Okay, so here's an email. This is why I started talking about this. An email from a kid named Luke who says, "Hi, I'm a 12-year-old secondary student here in the UK and wish to become an engineer. I was wondering if you could give me any advice or anything since my school does not strongly focus on design and technology. This annoys me because I already do my own woodwork and basic electronics at home. I love your videos. They've inspired me to take on some of my own projects. One of the next projects I plan to do is an ATO for my aquarium with an Arduino." I don't know what that ATO is, but like, this is like a 12-year-old kid who's like sad that his school doesn't give him more stuff he wants to do. Like, is that not like the most depressing thing ever?
Yeah, I mean,
because that's what schools like should be for, especially at that age. It should just all be like Montessori school, basically, up until like, I want to say like your senior year in high school.
Yeah. Like, they always complain about, oh, the kids don't want to do this and don't want to do that. And here you have a kid who like wants to do more and they don't give him anything.
Nah, school's like
there's no resources for this kid.
I mean, it's designed to get you geared up for the 9 to 5 where you just go and do the bare minimum and then get out. It's conditioning you to go work a regular job. It sucks.
How did your guys' like government, like state testing work in school?
SAT,
you did
ACT, and all that whatever nonsense.
No, but like do you guys have STAR testing or what do they call it?
We had the FCAT or something.
FCAT?
Florida standardized testing. Yeah.
Peter, what about you?
I think it was
like every year the test you
the SAT and the
No, that's
like
for
in
college.
high school.
For no, even like elementary and middle school, they would make us every year. We'd have to take this like week or 2 week long test. Ours is called the STAR test.
I remember cat related something
or cat something.
Yeah, I think there was something like that too. I just really cannot remember the acronym right now.
But dude, they just like they teach for those tests because those tests show like how the schools are performing, and then they'll change. Like basically, if you're not doing well, like the schools get less money.
It's interesting when I was at university for our like final year, we had to do a project, and I 3D printed my own parts at my house because I had bought a 3D printer, and my lecturer told me off because I had to use the printer in there because they charge you like loads of money for it. And they have to like
really,
and they also have to show that people are using the equipment in the university and stuff. So all of my friends that had bought PlayStation 4s for the same price as my printer were in a better situation than I was at an engineering school. And
oh my god,
that kind of annoyed me. But
was Ohio's called the OAT, Peter? The OAT.
I think I would remember that if it was called that. But it wasn't. I don't think anything was too terrible.
How do you not remember? This is like such a traumatizing part of your life where they're telling you your entire future depends on these state tests.
Stuff, so I don't even care. I'm a loser when it came to that
I believe it.
I did great on them, except for the writing, where you had to like write stories and stuff like that, or like writing prompts. I did horrible on that, and I did bad on that at the SAT too.
I was fairly good at imitating
that,
like writing stuff. So writing was actually a pretty strong suit for me, like making stories. Because I read a lot of books.
Same here, but not like I can write good.
Yeah, I can't tell you the parts of speech though. I can't tell you what's a pronoun, what's a adjective and all that stuff. Like I know how to use these things, but I have no idea how to.
Peter can build an airplane out of things from Lowe's, but he fails the state test every year.
Yeah.
Isn't there a flight test interview of you, Peter, where you're like, when I was at school, I just used to draw planes all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh, did I ever? I don't know if I brought this up in one of the. I don't think it's been to the podcast yet, but I think I might have told you guys about this story. But you know how when you get those like math papers and stuff, there's always like these pictures of like kids and stuff on the top, left or top right hand corner or whatever, of them just doing some, maniacal task like playing on a playground. I would just draw them on fire and stuff, and like planes like running them over and like getting sucked into jet engines and whatnot. And I went to a Christian school for like my 4th to 6th grade. So one of the teachers pulled me aside for like an interview with my parents and stuff, and had like this scheduled conference. And then she basically said that I think your kid is the embodiment of the Antichrist or something like that.
Peter, you have, by any chance, any of those drawings?
I gotta look through some of this stuff. If I can find
I would love to see the drawings that got Peter kicked out of school.
I remember one of them. There was just a bunch of these woodland animals, and I just colored in their eyes like solid black, like it was a cartoon or something. And like I put lasers on them or something like that. And she pulled one of those aside, said, "This is one of the papers that you need to take a look at." To my parents, I'm like, I'm just doodling. I have like a severe ADHD, and this teacher's boring.
What did your parents say?
They was like, "Oh, he's just a kid. He doesn't know what he's doing."
Well, there's nothing inherently wrong with drawing fucking animals' eyes black.
No, it doesn't matter.
I mean, they were on fire too, so
Yeah, I mean,
I was pretty good drawing flames.
Drew animals smoking weed when I was like in middle and
I drew all sorts of stupid stuff. Like
I got in trouble almost too.
Right, you had to get creative. Like, what the fuck were you drawing for?
Right,
I feel like every kid when they were younger.
I was drawing rockets. Like I thought rockets were cool, and you could make the fins like this and stuff. And I was drawing a bunch of doodling a bunch of rockets and like nuclear bomb, like mushroom clouds and stuff like that. And my teachers called my parents and said, I think we need to talk about Kevin. I think, he's drawing too many bombs and missiles and rockets. Is he okay?
Wait, Ian, what's the most you got in trouble for in school? Were you a troublemaker?
No, not really.
Really?
The most I got in trouble for is some kid fucking knocked me out, and I got suspended.
Oh, for mutual suspension?
No, I think he got away with nothing because he was a big kid in a higher grade level.
They came to the scene of the crime, and the only person there was Ian because he was unconscious.
You clearly did something wrong. Yeah.
What did I do? I think I remember I got in trouble in elementary school. I think one of my friends, I don't know, they took one of the nuts off of a kid's bicycle because they didn't like the kid, and it was chained up, and so he was riding home and did a wheelie, and the tire came off.
That's bad.
Oh yeah,
I've got a couple of them.
Yeah.
I was a troublemaker. I had a fat stack of I don't know what they were called, but reports.
Yeah.
And I think my mom showed it to me at the end of the year, how many I have accumulated, and it was thick. It was a lot. One of them, the stupidest one I think I did, I was in middle school, and I didn't like this kid, so I had this bottle of super glue, and I super glued his entire zipper shut on his backpack. And then the whole backpack started smoking and melting, and it was psh. Dude, it was crazy. And I had to, what was I thinking? Why would I?
Right?
Yeah, it's flashing off. Was it the thin CA?
Yeah, super thin.
Oh, nice.
Super thin. And it was I don't know what my game plan there was. Like I totally super glued his backpack shut. Like I destroyed it.
I feel like you have like some extreme ADHD where you're like filtering is very hard to control because it's like this is so many ideas and they just like pouring out of you. I could definitely see Kevin as a kid being like, that'd be funny. And then like before he even like finishes, that'd be funny as a sentence. He's like already doing it.
It's already the backpack's already smoking. And I'm like, wait.
He's like, when did that happen?
Another one was in high school, at the military high school. I don't know, we were in a bathroom and we decided to TP the bathroom with like those huge rolls of toilet paper. So we were throwing it over the stalls, like toilet paper the entire bathroom. And then at one point, the roll of toilet paper rolls out into the hallway. And like I run out and I grab it and I go back into the bathroom and we finish the roll. And then like the next day, we have like a TV system in the school and they show the picture of me like on the security camera, like chasing this roll of toilet paper. And they're like, if you know these kids, they destroyed the bathroom. And like, I knew it was a matter of time until they got me. They got me.
Oh, there was this one thing that a lot of us were doing in like high school. It's you take the erasers off the top of the pencils and you bend a bunch of paper clips, or not paper clips, staples, straighten them up and make a big spiky ball out of the eraser. And then you throw them as hard as you can on the ceiling and they would stick.
I never did that.
I did it a lot.
Oh, here's mine. Of that one. You guys have reminded me of my like crime. I think the statute of limitations is up on this one. This was a technology crime. In 9th grade, we had this like typing program we had to do in our like tech lit class, and there's an administration account, and they didn't change like the default password, and so it was just like it was admin password, and then the login was admin password.
Yep.
And so one of the things you could do is you could like see people's passwords in plain text. Like it would show you the entire like list of, which is really irresponsible now that you think about it. Like why would a software give you access to the like user's password and username? Because those passwords could be something they use for like other accounts.
Right.
And it also let you change the typing lessons. And so so I would like go into the typing lessons and I would like start to change them to like be something that would like never come with like a professional, typing game. like pretty bad stuff. So the kids are like typing, they have to like type the lesson. So they literally have to type out like, I'm almost even kind of afraid to say like, it's probably like kids doing drugs and stuff like that. Like it was like a band camp or something.
It's okay. And it was
like band practice here. Was this essay that you had to like retype out. And so it just like the band kids started doing really bad things. And then you have to like, they're like following along the story. And, they basically someone was like, teacher, like this is a horrible story in the typing game. Like, what's wrong? And so they were like threatening. They're like, okay, like, we can track who did this. We have the technology to do that. If you, if you did this, like turn yourself in, you'll get in less trouble. And like, of course, I didn't turn myself in, and of course they didn't have the technology to track who did it. I didn't get in any trouble. They never found out. And at the end of the day, like the person who should have gotten in trouble was the tech teacher for not changing the username and password. Right. And like what was the whole like sun something, like the recent Microsoft thing where like it's like some web service, I don't even know what it is, where like they have a leak, they have some sort of like hack, and then maybe someone submits a bug report to another company. Who do they blame? You like blame the users? No. Like, no, like don't blame the people who like submitted the report of the bugs. Where it's like, oh, I found this bug. And then they like come after you for like, well, you exploited it, which means you did something illegal.
It's a little different though. Yours just a little bit more malicious.
I definitely did something bad, but like also, come on, the kids are
you were just changing. Right. It's like, it's nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, come
on.
For
them to treat it that serious is like, it's just way too far.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's all school though.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember those sorts of things happening a lot where it's like, oh, we're going to like scare the kids and maybe we'll figure out who the one who did it, whether someone TP'd the bathroom or like rub shit on the walls or whatever they do. Like
I would be scared to find that shit.
Yeah. I'm sure the teachers had like an idea who the shit smearer was, but yeah. How about you, Tom? Do you do any evil stuff?
I feel like Tom is like more of a baddie in real life than people think.
Nah. Well, like you're smarter than people think.
No, yeah, probably, yeah. I think people online think
we had the usual like you could change people's computer backgrounds and then like log off, and then they would never know till a week later when they signed in and all that kind of stuff.
What kind of picture?
Oh,
like goatee or something?
All sorts. All sorts of stuff.
See, that's what I'm saying. Tom's a baddie. People don't know.
Yeah, and that was the fucking ideal age of the internet for doing raunchy shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like all the horrible pictures. There were like, I remember like, there was like, I'm afraid. Yeah, like Meat Spin, you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Or like
that was great.
Lemon Party, or like Goatsy and like Tub Girl. Like, it was just, how can you get people to like see this like in a way where they weren't expecting it at all? Oh, yeah, dude, the old internet, the good old days. All right, we gotta go.
I'm trying to find my old blog.
We're about to. I'm gonna fly everybody in a helicopter. I'm doing helicopter lessons, and they're letting me take Ian with me.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't crash.
We're gonna fly. We're not gonna die.
Are you sure about that?
No.
You're flying in an R-44, one of those dangerous helicopters.
No, we're doing R-66. We're doing R-66.
Oh, you're doing turbine time. Nice.
Yeah, it's turbine time, and we're doing cross country. Nice. So I get my cross country hours, and we're gonna fly over LA.
Don't get shot down.
Yeah, probably. Okay, you guys keep talking if you want. We gotta go though. We have to be there in 4 minutes.
Yeah, we should probably. I gotta go work on my tiny house. I had to pull aside my schedule for this.
It's a shorter podcast today.
50 minutes.
Nice talking, guys.
All right, yeah.
All right.
See you later, guys.
Everybody.
Okay,
bye.
Later.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week talking about more dumb stuff, but we'll probably talk longer. We'll be like last minute. We have no schedule. We're bad at this.
Is that the outro?
Well,
that's the outro. Well, thanks for coming to the Safety Third podcast. Remember to eat your vegetables and to
wipe.
Wipe.
Remember to wipe.
Back to front. See you later.